The research is irrefutable. Education in the arts provides students with many academic advantages: improved performance in reading, math, cognitive ability, and verbal skills, just to name a few. And it's worth mentioning that the education systems of the countries that consistently rank highest in academic achievement place a high value on art and music education. Even the all-important U.S. college entrance exam, known as the Scholastic Aptitude Test, or the SATs, proves that students that studied the arts for 4 years or more scored over 100 points higher than those with no arts coursework. Sadly, in the U.S. and other countries, arts education is often thought of as lovely, but not necessarily crucial. But as full-frame contributor Sandra Hughes discovered, whether it's bringing the arts to the student or the student to the arts, grassroots organizations are making a push to make arts education a top priority.
Stepping onto center stage, students at Los Angeles Inner City Arts are learning to be creative and dream big, getting arts education not available at their public schools for a quarter century.
The goal is to engage learners in the creative process. And through engaging in the creative process, we believe that their potential will be unleashed and also their lives will be transformed.
The PS Arts organization has been bridging the gap for schools that can't afford arts education for almost the same number of years.
2, 3, 4.
In the last few decades, arts have been cut more and more and more at the state and federal level for school programs. And we were finding that in Los Angeles public schools and California schools in general, that the arts were decimated. And we started with 280 kids. We now serve 15,000 kids in Southern and Central California.
Nicely done. Now I think we are ready for our special treat.
At this Los Angeles school, a PS Arts specialist teaches drama movement to a first grade class.
We learn how to sing maybe a little bit because we have to sing sometimes in acting. Like in Mary Poppins, you had to sing. We learn how to act. We did one time a mood orchestra.
Mood orchestra?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
Having the arts in the school teaches the students that it's okay to be creative. I would love for the students to stay in the arts, but some of them will go into the sciences, some will go into reasoning, and some will go into leadership and public service. But I want them to always be able to look back on this experience and understand that imagination and creativity is something that transcends all genres and all careers.
Art advocates point to studies that back that claim. James Catterall's longitudinal study found teens and young adults who are engaged in the arts achieve better academic outcomes, earn better grades, and have higher rates of college enrollment. The same study found kids who participated in arts programs in grade school showed higher test scores in 8th grade in both science and writing.
Well, mainly I like the fact that I could express myself more than anywhere else.
High school student Sandy Avila says since taking music, art, and photography classes at Inner City Arts, her confidence and grades have soared.
So today we're going to be focusing on your final project.
Knowing that I have the potential to stand here and actually perform in guitar or photography and show my work, it actually motivates me to do it also in school.
For organizations that have worked for decades to keep public school kids engaged in creating art, there is optimism because of new national education standards.
She was running fast up the hill.
The new standards follow the example of Australia's approach to childhood education. That country overhauled its education system to make the arts 5 separate mandated curriculum. In China, the arts are mandated, but more during the elementary and middle school years, and less in high school when students prepare for the Gaokao, the country's national university entrance exam.
One more beat on here and one more beat on there.
Tell me what you're making here.
Machine with wire that moves.
Back here in the U.S., a quarter century of absent arts has left another problem.
You want to put some beads on any of those things?
The biggest problem that we're facing is human resources. We need better programs for classroom teachers and better programs for teaching artists so that they can come in the schools and be effective educators. And that is the missing link.
So they actually printed something on a transparency and then they physically painted behind it and put it on top. So one of the things
What these nonprofits will continue to provide? Art, drama, and music specialists who are needed to teach the kids. Would you be sad if there wasn't any drama or any arts in your school?
Yes, I'd be crazy sad.
Why?
Because we learn a bunch of super fun stuff what we don't learn in class.
For Full Frame, this is Sandra Hughes in Los Angeles.
make your shape really